What is up, race fans? My name is Owen, and welcome back to the Ben Fender podcast. And in this one, I will be reviewing the Chinese Grand Prix. This is the first sprint weekend of the year. So, sprint races are shorter races, and only the top 8 get points. So, with that being said, Nico Hulkenberg had a pit lane start as he changed his suspension before the sprint, so he had started in the pits. Getting onto the actual race, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen on the front row. Hamilton leads the initial start. Then Liam Lawson loses a bit of his front wing in the initial kerfuffle up front. Then Carlos Sainz pits, and he was the only one to pit in this race. After that, Piastri passes Verstappen for second. And Hamilton holds on for the win. So the top 8 were Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen, George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Yuki Tsunoda, Kimi Antonelli, and Lando Norris. Getting on to the actual Grand Prix, Liam Lawson had a pit lane start because he changed his suspension. And Oscar Piastri is the first Australian to get pole in the Chinese Grand Prix since Danny Rick in 2018, so 7 years ago? Yeah, 7 years ago. And speaking of that, on the front row was Oscar Piastri and George Russell. Piastri takes the initial start. Then Leclerc makes contact with Hamilton and loses his front wing. Loses a bit of his front wing. He ends up not changing it throughout the race and just heading on to a decent finish. Fernando Alonso loses his brakes and ends up retiring his car, so he is out. His rear brakes were on fire, so he kind of had to retire from that. Then green flag pit stop start, where Norris takes the lead when Piastri pit. Then Albon took the lead when Norris pit. And then Piastri took the lead before Albon pit. Then a while later, Jack Doohan gets a 10-second time penalty for forcing someone off track as he was battling with Hajar. Then a couple more people pit for the second time. The rest of the field doesn't pit. And Oscar Piastri holds on for the win. So the top 10 was Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, George Russell, Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Esteban Ocon, Kimi Antonelli, Alex Albon, and rounding out the top 10 was Ollie Behrman. With Piastri's win and Lando Norris's second, it marks McLaren's 50th 1-2 finish in their constructors' history, which is kind of wild. The driver of the day ended up being Kimi Antonelli, which I don't agree with. he had a great race. Don't get me wrong, finishing in 8th. But he started 8th, finished 8th. Like, I feel like you could have put Behrman could have won it, or Piastri, who won the race, could have won it, but yeah, I would have picked Behrman because he was doing a lot better moves and everything, and making a lot more passes. But that's just my opinion. And all in all, this was a really good race. Back and forth, everything, everywhere. So honestly, out of the 2 races we've had so far, I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10. This was such a good race. Battles everywhere. It was just... not much could have been better. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you all very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, as well as go check out my other channels, one being my main of Fanrantan, and the other one being a D&D one that is under the Boundless Shores. Go check those 2 out, and we will see you in 2 weeks for the Japanese Grand Prix. Peace. Well, as I was finishing recording this video, news just dropped that both Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc from Ferrari have been disqualified from the Chinese Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc for being under minimum weight, and Lewis Hamilton for the metal skid plate on the bottom of his car being less than minimum thickness. So both Ferraris are out, which means come on, open up. That Ocon is now 6th. Antonelli is now... wait. Ocon is now 5th. Antonelli is 6th. Albon 7th. Ocon... or, Behrman 8th. And now moving into the top 10, Lance Stroll in 9th, and Carlos Sainz squeaks in 10th. And Pierre Gasly also got a penalty? 1 second. Okay, so Pierre Gasly was also disqualified for also being underweight, same as Charles Leclerc. So, 3 disqualifications in 1 race. Wow. Well, this is actually it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.